anti-American, and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. Online at TonyJones.org, on Facebook, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On Twitter, I'm at Tony Jones in RI. And I want to humbly ask you to check out RIFreeRadio.org. That was a song by the Horror Pops off of the album Bring It On. The song was Bring It On, and what better way to start a program talking about some local professional wrestling than with a song called Bring It On. That's right, I am that damn good. Very exciting. For the first half hour of the Tony Jones Show tonight, we're going to be talking to two enthusiastic young men from Rhode Island Championship Wrestling. Now, these guys will be having their first live, not their first live show per se, but their first live show where you can buy a ticket, come hang out, watch the wrestling. And, you know, for me personally, as a recovering wrestler, it's great to see young, new, up-and-coming wrestling groups out there. Now, this will be at Manchester 65 in lovely, luxurious, scenic West Warwick, Rhode Island. And, of course, Manchester 65, a big supporter of the Tony Jones Show. So it kind of all comes together here today. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening, Tony.
Hey, how's it going, Tony?
So, Brian, you are kind of a little bit of a Tony Jones Show regular in different forms, but I would still like to have both of you introduce yourselves to everybody out there.
Okay, my name is Badass Brian Albertson, the ref you don't mess with. And mostly right now just doing a ref thing, and when people get out of hand, I toss them around unlike regular refs. I don't take your normal ref bumps and just go down. And training now pretty soon, I'll be taking the ref shirt off, and that's when franchise Brian Sire will lose his title.
It's tough to say. He's had that for, I don't know, maybe almost 400 days.
Too long.
To say. I agree, but I got my Warzone title. I'm I'm Johnny Marinelli. I'm the leader of the Anarchist Empire. I think I don't know. Brian's a tough character. He's gone through the entire roster.
Yeah, he hasn't gone through me yet, so
that's true.
We'll see what happens.
He's actually at the next show on the 27th. He's going against T Phoenix, and I look forward to watching that.
No, it'll be a good match, definitely.
Now, Brian, as a ref, though, to play devil's advocate here, you have had the chance to be in the ring with your opponent and kind of analyze his wrestling format, right?
Yeah, well, before I get to wrestle anybody, I've been able to see exactly what they're doing, how their mind works, how their body works, what their strategies are, so I have a bit of an advantage coming into things when I start to wrestle.
That's a smart move for a guy who, takes hits to the head for fun. I mean, you don't see that too much. So, how did you guys get into, well, first of all, into wrestling? And just thinking one day, and I've had this moment myself, I think that because when we talk to independent wrestlers here, there's kind of a misconception that you guys are going out, putting on these shows, and then at the end of the night, maybe making $200, $300, $400, maybe even $500. But that's not the case, right, guys?
No, that's actually not the case at all. We don't have any real income, so money goes into the company from all the wrestlers. Right. We've never been paid for a show in the several years we've been in as an organization.
It's interesting that someone sitting in the audience that kind of isn't on this side, the side that we are of entertainment, is thinking that you guys are making good money doing this. It's actually, if you think about what it costs you for gear and traveling to the show, and any other expenses, you guys are in the hole, right, when you do a show?
Oh, definitely in the hole, yes.
So that kind of brings me sloppily back to my original point, which is, how did you guys both get into wrestling and then deciding that you wanted to do it?
Well, for me, I'm a little bit older than most of the guys, and it was something that I started watching as a little kid, and most people grow out of it. I never grew out of it. And I started to get older, and I was like, well, if it's going to happen anytime, it's going to happen now before I just break apart when I take a bump in the ring. And I remember actually it started with you, Tony. Last year I got in touch with you and asked if you knew anybody that was doing any wrestling, and you got me in touch with Kevin from R.I.C.W. and just sort of gradually went from there.
Go ahead. Same question.
Well, as most wrestling fans, like, everyone grows up watching it, and for me, it was so exciting. It was innovating for me, and I got latched onto the Hardy Boys. They were just over the top, willing to put it all on the line, and it inspired me to try to be the same. But and so me and my brother Chaz, we started in our backyards when we were 10. We started wrestling, and we just took it from there, and we've tried to make a name for R.I.C.W.
It's interesting to see, and I think I see it in music a lot too, people who start off as fans first and then decide, hey, I think this is for me. That's always interesting. And we were joking downstairs before we came up to the studio that I think that if I were to take a bump right now, I would immediately soil myself.
Well, no bumps on hardwood.
Well, a lot of times, like when we're doing training, they're like, "Okay, make sure you sell this," and I hit the mat, and I don't have to sell it; it hurt.
Yeah, great sell. Yeah, thanks.
Exactly. My face is purple, and there's tears coming out of my eyes. I'm selling this great.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the big show coming up, and I want to talk a little bit more about kind of where these guys coming up as fans first found their inspiration in wrestling. I'll break my own first. The two for me, of course, Andre the Giant and Mr. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy himself. But before that, I'm going to spin some tunes. We're going to hear from the Cramps now, and kind of what we all do is a little primitive for the people with their nose in the air. So here's the Cramps with Primitive.
What I don't know can never hurt me. I live a life that's working for me. What I take what you give. 'Cause I love and I what I get free, you have to buy. I'm proud of my life, but don't ask me why. 'Cause if I told you, I'd probably that's how I live. I take what you give. 'Cause I love and I
A 3-year trip on the Dragon till the clinic had to get me clean. We were a party and always drunk. Before I knew it, the record sunk. Shake, trip, shimmy, and we do the bump. Everybody swinging to the brown derby jump. The beautiful life is always dead. You gotta fall into the quicksand. A deadly kiss from a temptress can serve to make a truly wayward man. She's not a talker, her teeth are fixed, but she's a looker that lives for kicks. A nightmare straight from an auto dicks. Everybody's swinging with the brown derby chicks. We do the jump. We do the jump. Everybody do the jump. We do the jump. Sparkling and bittersweet. I'm a survivor, my heart is tough. I'm hanging in there and that's enough. Shake, trip, shimmy, and you do the bump. Everybody swinging to the brown derby jump.